Okay.
Are you doing the glasses today?
Well, I usually really squint if I don't have my glasses on, so. But I'm going to try not to squint.
You could do the glasses.
I know, but I had them on last time.
Should I put mine on this time?
I don't know. Should we both, or should you put yours on and I should not?
You know what? I'll put mine on this time, and this can be part of the
I
opening.
usually squint, but I'm really gonna try hard. I think like even now I just squinted because I try to like see better, and I don't have any contacts.
Well,
I ran out of contacts.
Let's see what my glasses look like. 1 second.
Mine are so dirty. Mom always says that my glasses are.
It's hard
so
with
dirty
glasses because you have to like, I don't know.
She carries
Every
around
like 10 seconds.
Yeah, and
She carries around spray.
She carries no, they're not. No, it's not spray. She only uses specific wipes from Target, and she always like whenever she sees me with my glasses on going to work, she's like, "Give me those."
Well, now I feel scholarly.
Well, should I put mine on or?
You know what? I'll put mine on, and then if I'm not feeling, I'll take them off. But anyways, that was a pretty smooth welcome back to the pod, Hannah. Week 2.
Happy week 2.
Happy week 2.
I'm excited.
Why are you excited? Because we got tens of thousands of views over the weekend?
Yes, I'm excited. I think our Instagram's doing well. We have a couple of reels up there and all the editing, thanks to Joseph. I really do nothing to contribute in that way because I don't really have any talent in that. But I guess it's right up your alley. Did it take you a while to do all that or just another day in the life of a producer?
Yeah, it didn't take me super long. And now that I have like all the presets and stuff, like it's pretty much just I can reuse the types, all the stuff that I set up.
Yeah.
So it should be fine.
That's good.
But what's up? How's your week? Because it's been hectic for me.
I know. I'm trying to remember. So last week we talked on Wednesday as well, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Was that? Oh, that was Valentine's Day.
That was Valentine's Day. So now it's the 21st. I like how this month we go 7, 14, 21, 28 on Wednesdays. So
I don't really remember what I worked Thursday night. I worked Friday night. So nothing really.
Oof.
I didn't really do much then. And then Saturday, I got dinner with Abby and Amy and Julia in a new restaurant in Seaport. Well, it's not new, but new for us. And then we went out. And then Sunday, came home. I went and saw a movie with Mom and Dad. Honestly, would not recommend. It was an okay movie, but Argyle.
Oh, yeah. Which reminded me of our neighbors, the Argyles, but apparently no affiliation.
No, it just was like... It was an okay movie, and Mom kept looking over at me because I kept falling asleep because I was so tired. But I couldn't help it. And then we tried to go to a restaurant, and we went to the bar to get a drink, and it was taking so long that Mom was like, "Screw this!" And then we went to the restaurant like a few doors over. She was like, "I'm not waiting for this." It was such a mess in the restaurant. Like there was no staff, nothing.
Mom told me about that.
And then after that, I worked the past 2 nights, and here I am again. It kind of was just an endless cycle of working, I guess, but. Now I have a couple days off, and then I don't work again until Saturday on the day shift, so.
Nice.
How was your weekend? Would you do anything fun?
This weekend, let's think. So Friday was the Winter Gala.
Oh, yeah. Villanova. How was that? Wait, where was that again?
That was in the Connolly Center. What are you drinking today?
Some water in this cup that actually is temperature sensitive, maybe. I guess that's the word. And the flowers turn color when the water is cold.
I actually have that same cup, but it's like Celtics on it.
Wait, I've never seen you use that cup before.
I use it a lot at school, but right now it's probably on my laptop, so I can't really show you.
I was going to say, I know exactly where it is in your room.
The Winter Gala was good. I think it's hard because there's a lot of like underclassmen there, so hard to compare to like because it was open to the whole school. So hard to compare to like the senior 100-day event, but I still think it was fun. They apparently dropped $1 million on it. That's what I heard, which is crazy. But I don't know if that could be true.
That's crazy. Wait, was it like was it catered by like anyone, or was it just like was there food there? Like was there a bar or anything, or was there none of that because it was open to underclassmen?
There was food. There was it was Villanova stuff, I think, but like it was pretty good. Like not stuff they usually have. There's like mac and cheese bites and these like curly fries, and they had like a big room with all these desserts like layered on things. And there was a cage me and Ashton went in.
A cage?
Yeah, it was like this 2 big bird cages. There was good food. There was like you got 3 drink tickets, but by the end of the night they ran out of all the good stuff. Like all they had was like cheap beer. Like I don't know. Last year they had these big champagne things, but apparently people got too lit up from that. So this year they didn't have that.
So strictly just like beer and wine or something?
Pretty much, yeah. Except no wine. It was just beer and White Claws and Angry Orchard. But overall, I would say a fun event. The last one, they started my sophomore year, I think, because COVID, they had a lot of extra money, and now it's like a tradition. I think it's fun, but yeah, like I said, I don't know. It's like a lot underclassmen, so I felt a little out of place, but I thought it was fun. Did you have anything
good.
like that at Fairfield?
Well, we just had the thing in the fall, like the Pres Ball. I don't know if you had like a fall dance and stuff, but that was for all the grades, and they do it up like by, like where I graduated by Bellarmine, like that, you know how it's like all that big grass area.
The big mansion.
Yeah, but then after COVID, we didn't have one our junior year. And then our senior year, I don't know if they still do it this way, but they split it up. So the earlier time from like, I don't know, let's say like 7 to 9 was the freshmen and sophomores, and then the later time was juniors and seniors. But I don't know if they do it like combined still or if it's still separate. But that's the only really like, I feel like big like, it wasn't like a gala, but like big like dance type thing we had. We don't really have other things when I was there, honestly.
We have a lot of formals here. We have a lot of like stuff like that, which is fun, but I don't know. It gets old after a while. Not saying that like it's not fun, but it's just like you go to, it's like the same thing over and over again where you're kind of like, all right, like unless you're like going with somebody that like you're really close with or anything, like, or you have like friends there, sometimes it's like, I'm just here like drinking and like dancing.
Wait, but haven't you been to a lot of formals though?
Yeah, I think sophomore year I hit like the 20s, and then last year is probably similar. This year it's a little less. A lot of my friends are dropping their sororities. That's the thing. Because they're just not into it. So.
Well, I mean, there's no sororities at Fairfield, but I went to one singular formal my entire 4 years at Fairfield.
Really?
And it was my club lacrosse one.
Did you bring anybody?
I just brought Emily.
Nice.
Because we were the only 2 out of all of our friends, I think at that point, who had not been to a formal. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we went to that. It was fun, but that was the only formal I ever went to.
Yeah. I mean, they're good, but sometimes there's a lot in a row, or I don't know. I'm just like.
You can get
there's days where you just want to like. It's also they're always during the week. They're never on the weekends. So some days you're just like, you had a long day at school. All of a sudden, it's like I gotta get dressed up and go to this event. I don't know. Yeah. That's just me though. Anyways, something else funny happened to me this week. So then on Monday, I back up. So that was Friday. Saturday, what did we do Saturday? Saturday is pretty fun. So some of the dock people and the dock crew, we were going to go bowling. The bowling was full. We usually do a little drunk bowling. So then we went to a little dive bar we found. I looked up cheap drinks near me, and this popped up. I call, and the woman's like, I'm like, do you have cheap drinks? She's like, yeah, we have like $3.50 beer, $4.50 Tito's shots.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
And I was like, okay. Wait, what? What?
I was going to say, why did you call?
Because I was pressured by some of my friends. Not really pressured, but they were like, just call and ask to like check to see if they were cheap because we needed cheap.
Cheap.
She said that. I was like, okay, cool. She's like, okay, bye. And hung up. And I was like, well. So we go. Immediately, we walk in. Before we even go in, there's big windows. It's like also a really dive bar. Picture like Poopsies.
Oh, I
all
love
of a sudden, everyone's looking at us. Like it looks like a regular. It's like in this neighborhood. Everyone's staring at us. We immediately turn around like, we can't go in there. We can't go in there. And then I can't remember which friend was like, F it, we're just going in. We walk in. We're immediately hit with a cloud of cigarette smoke. It's a smoking bar. It's disgusting in there. But we're like, well, we're here. Let's just have a drink. We each I think all of us got an Angry Orchard except for shout out Ren Shank. He got like a beer. That was great. We sat there, had a drink, and we're like, all right, we need to find Dollaritas from Applebee's, right? So we look up the nearest Applebee's. We called before and they said they didn't know if they were doing it. So we're like, let's just go. So, we leave that place.
Wait, was this place like in Philly or was it like near Villanova?
Okay, so this place was closer to us. Maybe like, I think it was in Devon. So one of the towns like near Manayunk area.
Yeah.
But we went to Applebee's. We got some food. That was fun. And then Meg was there and she was like, I'm going to Philly. We were kind of planning on maybe going to Philly with Adriana, who did the doc last year. And we're going to like meet up with her and just like hang out in Philly. But I was like, I don't know if I want to go. And then after Applebee's, I got back. And then some other people who said they were going to go to Philly were like, maybe not tonight. Like, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? Like, it's senior year. I said I was going to do more fun things. Like, why doesn't it have to end here? Who cares? Like, yeah, it's maybe a little expensive, but whatever. So I'm like, Meg, hi, Meg. Let's go in like 20 minutes. She's like, all right, I'm down. Plus, it's a good time to hang out with Meg. She's been in the doc for 2 years, but we're always like in different, I'm producing, she's editing. So it's just like, never really works out sometimes. So like a night with Meg will be a blast. I know it. I know I've been rambling, but pretty much we drove in. we go to this place and it's a barber shop, but when you walk through, it's probably like 20, 30 feet of a barber shop. Like you're going to sit down and get a haircut, but then you open the next door and it's a big bar.
So it's like a speakeasy?
Yeah. So
Is
that
that what
was
that's
fun.
called?
I think so.
That's cool.
It was cool, and then we went upstairs, hung out, got some drinks, moved on to another bar because there's a little something happened at the speakeasy that we just needed to leave.
What happened?
Which
You don't
I don't know
have
if I
to get
could. Well,
Don't
you know what?
say
I'll
it if
tell,
it's gonna like be like.
I'll tell you, and then you can have your reaction, but we'll cut out what I actually say, just so the viewers can see the reaction.
Okay.
It just
Oh
like
my God.
escalated.
People are so crazy.
People are crazy, but the viewers will never know what it is. And then we went to another bar, hung out, and it was fun. I went to a Wawa after. I was starving. It was like 3 a.m. I ordered my sandwich. I also don't go to Wawa a lot.
I feel like Mom was telling me this. Keep going.
I order the sandwich on the touchscreen. I'm like, I want this. And I'm waiting for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and there's like a lot of people.
You're
And I felt
waiting
bad
for
the
20
workers.
minutes?
Yeah, just like you order it and then you just kind of wait and there's a lot of people. And then I was like waiting and she's like, what number are you? And I was like, 278. She's like, you have to pay first. I got a little receipt. So I'm like, oh, I thought you paid after. So I jump in the waiting line, scan it, and then I go up, wait another like 5-10 minutes. She's like, what number were you? And I was like, 278. She's like, you're going to have to re-put it on the tablet. And she's like, I didn't say repay. I just said re-put it on the tablet. And the Uber was there and I'm like, I just spent money on a sandwich for nothing. It's like, I'm not getting my sandwich, but
So you didn't get the
I think
sandwich or your money back?
no, but I think on the way home, what I remember is I think I downloaded a Wawa app and was going to like complain, but I never ended up doing that.
Oh my
I got
God.
home and had some tortillas and cheese, so I just made like 2 little mini quesadillas, but the tortillas
Yum.
were like this big, so I was just like,
That sounds like Abby's specialty drunk snack. I can hear Quincy barking. Can you hear that?
no. Again, Quincy makes an appear.
It's about time that Dad gets home, so she freaks out. Well, I actually
Classic.
had her on the bed back here, and then she didn't want to stay in the room. I
Lovely.
thought I wanted to like have her, she didn't want to have it, whatever.
Nice.
So wait, so that was your Saturday, and then
Sunday was recovery. I ran my long run. My Achilles is feeling better. Get ready
Oh,
for
good.
Tokyo. And then the last thing I'll share about my week before we can just converse is that on Monday, I had my grad class at night, and I was like waiting in the comm area where there's like steps. We were waiting to get in. The grad class, I know the students, but they're all grad students. I'm like an undergrad. I don't really talk outspokenly with them. There's like 7 or 8 of them in this class. I walk up and I'm just like in that mood of like another class. And they're like, hey, Joe. So they kind of know me by name. And I was like, oh my gosh, like another class with. I just think she's like an interesting professor. I'll say that. And the girl who I barely know starts laughing more. All of a sudden, I look over, tears are rolling down her face. She said, I never expected you to say that, Joe. Because I guess I've been really quiet. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess I made a girl cry for no reason. So
you said, I'm sorry.
yeah, because I felt bad making someone cry. But, you know, it was crying laughter.
Exactly.
Anyways, what's up? Like, let's talk.
I don't really know. Nothing really. I'm off today. Tomorrow. I'm
That's a
off.
trigger right there for me. That's a trigger.
Yeah, loud
I don't like
yawning.
when people loud yawn.
Whatever, I'm tired.
What are some of your triggers?
I don't like when people are late.
Yeah, like I was
I
late to
feel
the podcast today.
No, I feel like we're both people just because of how Mom and Dad are that we can't be late.
We're on time.
Exactly. Like if anything, we're always on time, no matter what. I'm always like when I get to work, I have to be there like a little early. Always have to give myself a little bit of time. What's that? What's that?
I thought I heard something. Also, these glasses, I can't anymore. Wait, I have a glasses story for you. Yesterday, yeah, now you put yours on. Yesterday,
No.
I saw somebody, and he was like, "Oh, Joe, right? Like we met at the thing on Sunday. Like, he's like, you usually wear glasses." I was like, "No, but you met me with my glasses, so now by default, he thinks I'm a glasses wearer." I don't wear my glasses a lot, but it makes the world a whole lot more HD. But I'm
I
just
agree.
like, should I make a default glasses decision? I don't really know.
Well, Mom always wears glasses. We know that. I feel like I've never seen Mom a day in her life without wearing glasses. Like she's not gone one singular day without wearing glasses.
No, never.
Dad does both. I feel like both of us though now like wear our glasses more than ever because we have pretty bad vision.
Yeah, like
Our parents have bad vision.
that reminds me of 2020 when I graduated and the whole slogan was like the class with a
Oh,
vision.
yeah.
And
Are
then
those
we didn't see the
glasses in
pandemic
here?
coming. I don't think so.
No,
They
I
might be
think I
long
s-
gone.
No, I think
If
I saw
anything, they're in
them.
the top drawer next to
Over
my
there.
lamp. Yeah, but be careful. I don't know what's in that drawer.
I swear I saw them 2 days ago, but
My room looks horrible.
I guess not.
Oh, perfect.
Like, these are broken though. How'd these get broken?
I don't know, maybe in a fit of rage. You know I like to throw things sometimes. At least as a kid. Remember when I
Yeah,
slammed a
so-
fire truck into Patrick's head?
Yeah. And didn't he have to get stitches or something?
Yeah, I was like 6 though, right?
Yeah. These are your old glasses.
Let's talk about the Instagram thing, right? The social
What
media
Instagram?
Lent. Because everybody's calling me out saying,
yeah.
you gave up social media for Lent, yet I posted the clips because I need to get advertising, right?
Exactly. But also, I think it's kind of funny for people to assume that I wouldn't have the ability to post that.
True, except I did put it on my story saying, like, watch this. But still, people love to talk the talk, but they don't like to walk the walk. That has been the theme of the week. People like to talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. You know what I mean?
Get the walk. So, those comments, did that leave you stunned?
Some of them left me stunned. I didn't. Honestly, it wasn't the comments so much as it was just some weekly events. Like that night after we filmed, that Wednesday night, Kelly's, 2 big stun moments happened, which
You have to cut that out. Wait, actually, what left me stunned this weekend was the fact that when I was out and about, now every time I say, actually, hold on, I'm getting a little distracted. Every time I say out and about, I'm thinking of how I'm saying it, because
of
don't
me?
people think you have a Canadian accent?
Yeah, and there was a moment of that this week, which I'll get to, but go ahead.
I was thinking about how I was getting a text from you saying, I'm in Philly, and you're calling me, and you're like, I'm getting a tattoo. And you're like, 26.2, and I was like, honestly, I was like, you should have.
We wanted to, but the night ended in a way where people were getting sick and it just didn't work out.
Out and about. Would you ever get a tattoo? Do you think you ever would?
I think yes, but it would have to be very small and in a place where it's not visible unless like you really look, you know?
Yeah. And are you like already set on what you would want to get, or you don't really have like anything that like you're in love with so much that you would get?
Probably either like the 26.2 of like a marathon, maybe when I do the 6 majors, or maybe like a rest in peace to mom, dad, or you.
What about Quincy?
Or Quincy.
Just a little cue.
Get a little golden noodle thing.
She looks so cute. I wish she would come
But
up here.
a moment that happened this week was out and about, by the way. So I'm in the car. This was Saturday with the doc crew. And my friend Andrea is the one who pointed out first. And she said, I noticed at the premiere that you said, like, whatever, however you say Canadian, right? We went out to Kenya, whatever. All right. So since then, I've been more conscious of it, and sometimes it'll come up and we'll laugh about it. This time, it came up because I was saying it, and I kept, saying out, ooh, whatever. And then she was like, yeah, sometimes you do it, but, like, I just laugh in my head, like, whatever. And I was like, next time you need to call me out, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. And then the whole car burst into laughter because I said it like
God.
a Canadian. I was like, I want to know when I say it so I can think, shoot, I did just say it like that, because I almost didn't believe her.
I
But
never
then
thought
it
that
happened.
that you said it differently, or like not. I don't know.
The
I've never
way-
noticed it before.
Would you get a tattoo?
I think I would, but I don't really have anything right this second that I think I'm like, I want to tattoo that on my body and leave it there
Oh.
forever.
You would write the word this second on you? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I thought you just said I'd write this second.
I said, I don't have anything right this second that I would want to tattoo on my body.
I know, I'm just busting your ovaries.
Wait, what I was going to say is a lot of people have been asking me, as in my friends, a lot of my coworkers, they've been asking me, what is this podcast going to be about?
I like how when you bring something up you're a little cautious about, you look left and right, you go, some of my coworkers have been asking me. That's a great question. What is this going to be? We're on episode 2. We still haven't really dove into a topic. I think we're counting on the Tokyo trip coming up to spice it up, but I don't even know.
Exactly. I don't think we really had an idea of what we wanted. I can't keep
No.
saying about now. I can't say that word. I feel like we never had an idea going in, like what the topics would be.
You're going to say about word.
What the topic for this podcast. But I think you're the one who brought up the idea. And also there's some misconception. A lot of people think, oh, your brother started a podcast. Multiple people had said that to me. Oh, your brother
What do you
started a
mean?
podcast?
Like you were the first guest type thing?
Yeah. And I said, no, don't get it twisted. I'm a co-host. It's a 50-50.
Why would they think that? Literally, the bio says.
I think people
with
just
Hannah
never
and
thought.
Joa.
I just think people didn't think that would be up my alley. Maybe more up your alley, but
Interesting.
I don't know what it's
let's
gonna
talk
be.
about it. I mean, we could do a poll on Instagram, because my original thought was every week maybe we could do a theme around some sort of thing, but really we're just shooting the But
I know it's kind of just like, honestly, it's more for, it seems like it's more for us, and we're kind of just dedicating a time frame every single week to, it's essentially like a FaceTime, and
It
just
really
to catch up on
is.
our lives, because we're not like together really. But we should do some polls on Instagram. I think
Oh.
we definitely want to bring some guests on here.
I just saw the YouTube too. I didn't realize we have 200 views on the first podcast, which means we're not doing that bad. 200 people want to listen to us, and I've only heard positive things.
Me too.
To your point, I do think we could definitely start planning some stuff out. Usually it's a sporadic, like when you want to record this week, we sit down and we kind of don't even talk that much before. I'm like, save your drama for the mama, save the podcast for the podcast, right? Listen, I'm sure next week's episode we'll try to do a theme. I'm sure a lot of it will probably be what we expect about Tokyo, and then the next week will be what Tokyo was. And we're probably going to record live in Tokyo.
Yes, exactly.
And then maybe after Tokyo and Nashville, because I'm going to Nashville, we can recap all that, maybe in a longer episode, and then we can start to dive into more topics. I don't know, though, because
I don't really
this
know.
episode seems like we're just going back and forth again.
I know. I don't know if we should like have like a topic. I don't know if this is like what people like or what. Like I don't know what does well, what keeps people intrigued.
We
Do you
could
have any
always-
topics?
The only topics I can think of is like covering aspects of our life. So, for example, like you could do a whole episode dedicated to what it's like to be a nurse, right?
I think podcasts like there's no like rules for them anyway, so it can be whatever we want it to be. So
Yeah.
I think we can just figure it out. I feel like I listen to podcasts and I don't even know what their topics are either.
That's the thing too, because I think a lot of podcasts, it's like if it's celebrities, they can just talk about whatever the heck they want.
Yeah.
If it's people like us, a lot of times they'll do a specific topic, but really just
Yeah.
two siblings talking about life. And I think that's pretty interesting, not only for people to view, but for us to view in like 10 years. When do you think we'll be married in 10 years? Well, I'll be 20. Well, my birthday's coming up too. Next time we record, I'll be 22.
Q22 by Taylor Swift.
Exactly. But I was going to say, do you think in 10 years I'll be probably around 32 and you'll be 34? Do you think you'll be married?
I hope so.
Speaking of married, the marriage pact happened this week in Villanova. Can we talk about that to close it out?
What marriage pact?
There's this thing they do every year since
it's an
I think
actual
my
thing?
freshman year, where you fill out probably like 70, 80 questions of questionnaire. Some of the questions could be simple as, I think I'm a leader, I think I'm a follower. Some of them could be as serious as, do you like king? And you
Don't put
you
that on
rate
the
all the
podcast.
questions. That's true.
Well, don't put that on the podcast. I don't know if we should. Mom might not
All right,
be
I'll-
happy.
Well, I'll just bleep it out.
Okay.
I'll just bleep it out. But you know, anyone who took the marriage pact knows the question I'm probably talking
Yeah.
about. But you answer the questions and then they match you up with somebody, right? So I think I've done it 4 times now, and all 4 times I haven't really like done anything with it. Like I've reached out before, but no,
Did they give you,
sorry,
like, an
I take
email
that
or-
back. I haven't really reached out before. I usually just follow them on Instagram and then nothing really happens.
Did they give you like the person's like information, just their name or their phone number, email? What is it?
You originally get their social security and you have to guess based on that who it is.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
That was a lie.
I know.
Okay. No, you get like their email. Well, first you get their initials like a few days before. it's like,
Initials.
this is-
Oh my god. I would live for that. I would live for
It's
that
like
so much.
so this is how it happened. It was like you get their initials, and then it's like this could change, but this is your most optimal match right now. And then you get it, and you're like, this is a blank % match. Last year I was 99.99. This year is like 99.95. All my friends usually get like the 90s, 95, whatever. But as it came out, the girls across the room from us, we heard screaming, and we're like, we need to find out who they got so we could tell the guy, listen, they were screaming for you.
Oh my god. Wow, I love that they give you the initials. I would be like researching to no end. Trying
Yeah,
to
I
figure out
was-
who it was.
I was looking up mine, and then mine ended up being the initials, so I had already gone through and I'm like, wait, I did find this person. But who knows what's going to happen, right? Ashton
Yeah,
told me to
that's
reach
cool.
out. I think
Wait,
I
do you
did send a
already
message.
have you already met them before?
They look familiar, but I don't think I've ever met them.
You have to show me after this. I'm curious.
Yeah, she seems nice. I don't know. The problem was, though, the first thing I did, because I was off Instagram, I was trying to remain loyal, I looked up her LinkedIn, and I forgot LinkedIn will notify when people look at your profile, which means she
I always
knew.
do that. It's fine.
Maybe next week there'll be a love story. I don't know.
Maybe. I kind of want Quincy to come in. I guess we'll show her next week, I guess.
We could show them next week, leave them on the edge of their seats as if they don't
Yeah.
know our
They have no clue
Instagrams
what she
exist.
looks like.
Yeah.
No clue who she is. Nothing. Oh, the light's shining in now.
Well, maybe that's a sign to call it quits.
Yeah.
I think 2 episodes is a pretty good career. What do you think?
It's an awesome career. I never thought I'd be doing a podcast, but here we are.
I mean, call it quits. Like, that's it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm dedicating my time into this.
I know. Listen, buddy, it was a fun second episode. Next week we'll be coming at you. Probably we'll film a little earlier, which means the last episode before the big Tokyo, live in Tokyo episode.
Live in Tokyo, yeah. And maybe we'll do a vlog, too.
I was thinking that, too.
Are you going to bring back the vlog?
See that?
For Tokyo?
I don't know.
For Tokyo?
For Tokyo, I think I will.
For Tokyo or Tokyo? Tokyo or Tokyo?
I know. Mom didn't know if it was Tokyo or Tokyo. Tokyo. Yeah.
She's been practicing with her chopsticks, by the way, too. Okay.
I'm nervous about that.
Me too. All
right. We'll
right,
talk about that next week.
Yeah.
All right, Hannah, thank you for joining again this incredible conversation. And next week we'll be talking about Tokyo, probably.
Thanks, Jose. And remember, if you're stunned,
we're stunned too. Bye.
Bye.